Good to have you with us. The end of year is just around the corner. Our finances have been taking strain for a long time now, haven't they? Even before COVID-19, with gifts, holidays, entertainment, family pressure. We're all trying to do the best that we can. So let's find out how we don't get ourselves into trouble while we're doing this. Personal finance columnist and guru. Always good to have Maya Fisher-French with us. Hello to you, Maya. So some things we should be doing now to prepare for the year of 2022. Because if we don't start now, Maya, we could have a very tough year ahead, can't we?
Exactly. I mean, I'm a really big believer in planning, and I see it whenever. If you actually plan your finances and you know what's coming, it's you save yourself an absolute fortune. Okay, so for me already, it's about having discussions with family about what this festive season is going to look like. Because let's be honest, everyone's tight at the moment. Are there going to be gifts, or is it maybe the year that you give to others? That you actually say, listen, there's no presents we're going to give to charity. We're going to help those in need. This is a discussion you've got to start having now. And then also start looking at the next 3 months. What are my bills going to be in December, January, and February? What's coming up? How am I going to pay for them? Because one of the big problems that I see every year is that 16th of December paycheck. We get paid earlier. Generally, most of us get paid early in December. And that's 40 days to the next paycheck, end of January. So what happens is you come to the end of December and you've blown the whole lot, and suddenly you've got all these bills coming up in January, which tend to also be other things like school fees. And that is why we see a massive uptick in payday loans at the beginning of January. So really, there's no need to land up in that situation if you just start planning now and actually sit down as a family with your partner and saying, what are the expenses we're going to be looking at in the next three months, and how we're going to deal with those.
And Maya, I suppose the problem there, though, is if we talk about getting paid early, which is always it's good for Christmas. We can get the Christmas lunch going if that's our thing. But the problem is also this 13th check, isn't it? It fools us all into thinking we have more money than we actually do. And this is maybe why we budget so badly.
So look, for some people get a 13th check now in December or in April. Those tend to be the two times, and that's built into their salary, so it's pretty much guaranteed. Some people may even get bonuses if they're really lucky, or some people have had tax refunds. So not everyone's getting a windfall, but for those who are, what I also see is a lot of people saying, what do I do with this extra money? And the natural thing is to pay off all your debts, and everyone seems to be in debt, so that obviously makes sense. But one of the concerns I have with this continual thing every year, settling debt with the little windfall, is that all that happens is that next year you land up back in debt, and then you're using the windfall to continuously just pay off last year's spending. So my suggestion is, if you do get a little bit of extra money, if there is a little bit of leeway, pay off some debt, maybe identify a store card or something that you can settle quite easily, but then open a tax-free savings account and actually start investing and start building wealth, and make sure that in 2022 you're not going to be taking out that credit card and landing up in debt again, needing that next 13th check to save you. So I think it is really about trying to commit and saying, how do I make the little bit of extra money I get actually build wealth, rather than paying for last year's expenses. So I think that would be a nice New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like a New Year's resolution that all of us should actually try and stick to. It's a good one. Just make it as I like what Maya says. Don't try and settle all your debt in one shot. You probably can't. Just pick one little thing where the number isn't so scary, and maybe try and settle that. But Maya Fisher-French, always good to have you with us, personal finance columnist and guru. It's such good advice, and it's free. Just use it. Use what Maya says. You can't say we don't help you. Hey, Toombs, here on the South African Morning.